Deondre. I'm owner of High Society Vintage. So this whole thing started, so I'm thinking back, when I'm at Bentley University, so this is like my senior year, and I remember, I was thinking, I'm trying to get into these stores, I'm seeing stuff like this on Instagram, people are starting to do this, but nobody's really doing this around, Boston. I happened to be working an internship one day, and I just looked up simply thrift shops near me, saw a couple that was around the way, went there, and the stuff that I found, those first couple of times I was gone, I'm talking about, crazy polo pieces, Tommy stuff that I was real interested in back in the day, but just honestly couldn't afford. So, started getting all that, then started collecting for myself, seeing different things, different sizes, and I'm not about to leave this here. I need people to have this. And after a while, after I collected a couple hundred pieces, I decided time to really take this live, try to really see what we could do with this. So started the Instagram page, really started pushing it out, and actually started selling at that point. Honestly, just go for it. You gotta really, if there's something that you want to do, like if there's some type of passion, but you might have some hesitation because you don't know if it's politically correct or society norms or anything like that, all that, it's like you really gotta go after what you want to do, because at the end of the day, that's really what's gonna make you happy, and then that success just kind of comes from that, because when there's a passion behind it, like that shit comes like light work, and opportunities just kind of gravitate to that. It's all about the energy you put out. So at the end of the day, if it's something you want to do, be positive about it, go ahead strong with it, don't give a fuck what nobody say. Simple and plain. Yeah, social media plays a huge part, because that's one of the main avenues of what I sell through, whether it's Instagram or whether it's Depop, it's all social media. I also have a website, highsocietyvintage.com, but my Instagram, social media drives people to that, so it's super important. And again, like with the connections that you can make, it's unbelievable. Like there's been, tons of artists that I've just DM'd them on shoot your shot, who the hell thinks he's gonna reply to me? And then next thing you know, they reply, and then they see, and then they want to buy some stuff, you know what I mean? And it's just things like that is there's some people that just come across your page just from somebody reposting something, or the little helping hands, I guess you kind of think of it, that happen in social media, really play a part. So it's really big, to say, the least. It's huge. Yeah, see, it's dope, so shout out to Westside Boogie on that one. But it's honestly, for me personally, that's one of the reasons why I started doing this, right? Like I said, some of the people that I was looking up to, that's what they was doing, and having the artists come through them and everything like that. And I've always wanted to be, involved with music. Like I love music. I don't rap, I don't produce, but I want to be around that, right? And this is my way to be able to do that. So to be able to connect, and give flows and, make deals with actual artists that's making big waves and stuff like that, it is dope for me personally, because that's eventually, that's what I want to do. I want to be the plug. If you're coming through Boston, we got plenty of stuff that you'll see that I could hook you up with. So it's a real good look. Yeah, technically people say 20 years, so it's crazy to think that something made in 2000, is technically vintage now. I usually keep it, to the, to dates, but I'm more of a 90s, type of person there. So it's really, if I'm really gonna consider it the vintage, it's gotta be, 90s and before that. Honestly, if you were talking about vintage, I know people that, be collecting 40s, 20s, jeans and shit like that, and that's real vintage, right? So, it's different type of levels and type of avenues in terms of the vintage term there. There's a lot of, it's an umbrella term term pretty much. But for me, I consider, a lot of the 90s right there, the vintage stuff, because that's really where I specialize in right there, late 80s, all the 90s. So that'll be the vintage for me.